When you're actually making a beat, do you think about the rapper? Do you think about the vocal? Do you think about the writing?
I don't really set out to make a beat for anybody in particular usually. Once I get started and I hear something, I might do extra things to make it point towards that person, or the way I program it might make it fit a little more.
When did this start becoming less of a hobby, less of a thing you want to do, and became more of a career?
I would say probably like 2 years ago.
Okay, what was the thing? What was the thing that you remember? It was like, whoa, okay, this is different now.
Well, I quit my job.
Okay. All right.
2 years ago, I quit my job, and you know, it's basically like I had nothing to do but wake up and do music. So sometimes you don't want to do music, so I might go play basketball and not do music the whole day, but I might do a lot the next day.
Okay.
I try not to force myself down here. It just has to kind of come when I want to. There are times where I just have to, you know, I have stuff I have to do.
Okay. You have deadlines and...
Yeah, like I might have to finish a song for somebody, so...
Do you work well with deadlines, or do you find that you're a pain in the butt?
I think I need them, because if I don't, I just won't really accomplish much.
So, do you have representation? How do you sell your stuff?
Yeah, I definitely have representation. I have a manager who is a pretty prominent manager. His name's XL, and he was he ran G Unit. Okay. So he kind of got me in really good over there. Okay. And you know, I send him music, and he picks the ones he likes, or you know, I think it depends on who it is. There's certain people he feels like, all right, this beat should go to this person. Okay. So, like for instance, Nas is working on his album. So there was a couple of beats I did that he really wanted to play Nas. Okay. So he went and gave the beats to Nas, and Nas ended up liking them and recording them. And I don't think those particular beats I would have thought Nas would have been into, but you know, his ear is different than mine. So.
Do you then go meet with Nas and go through that process, or is it right at the picture?
At this point, most people like to just they'll kind of demo the record, and once they decide they really want to use it, they'll bring you in to finish the record. Okay. So at this point, it's just 2 songs that are out there, you know.
How did you and Sean Money come together?
I had actually did a song in 2003 on the G Unit Beg for Mercy album, and I didn't actually meet him at that time. It was through somebody else. So I had been, you know, at this time I probably had like 7 or 8 people just pushing my beats wherever. I wasn't signed to one person.
But even going back to, how did that process start? Like, did you put demo beats together and send them out?
Probably around then, what was that, 2000, 2001. I'd make, you know, just a CD of beats and just give them to whoever, and after a while the stuff starts traveling into different hands. People would call me and say, I like this, I want to work with you. You know, I can bring it to so-and-so and so-and-so. And
do you still... I'm sorry, finish.
It's just a long chain. It's like, you know, one person starts here, and then this person introduces this person, and then finally you get to somebody like Sharp Money or whatever.
Okay. Do you still need to make CDs, or do you use social networking? Do you post them up on a website or MySpace and send them out that way?
Yeah, well, actually nobody really, it's more just through email now. Like I might upload, you know, the most recent stuff I did this month and send it to Shaw, and send it to, there's other rappers I might have a relationship with. I'll send it to them or their managers. Okay,
so do you have to go through Shaw, or can you go through other?
I mean, I can do it myself if I want to. Okay. It just depends. There are certain guys I do have good relationships with that I work with directly. Like I'm doing my own album right now, and I've been doing a lot of that on my own as far as reaching out to people and getting songs done that way.
The reason I'm asking all these questions is like Crossfader is an educational tool, so I'm trying to get the up-and-coming producer and give them some guidance. Yeah. Do you think that it's important to find somebody to rap over your beats and develop that relationship, even up-and-coming?
Yeah, because you don't know who's going to be the next person. I mean, that's the biggest thing. So like when I started, there were people that I met like at a Gavin convention or something that were, you know, radio promotion guys, and then in 5 years they're running things, or you know what I mean. So it's like you just don't know, and that just takes time, you know. And the more people you network with, that you have a legitimate relationship with, not a MySpace like you just stalk them on MySpace or whatever. That's a different thing, you know what I mean. But face to face, you know this person, they'll answer your call. You know, it just only leads to good places, and that's kind of how my whole thing was built. You know, I started working with a bunch of independent artists, and some of them end up becoming major artists, and the people around them end up, you know, moving up in the ranks, and they were always fans of what I did, so I just stayed in contact with them and gave them music, and it kind of went from there.
You been ripped off?
I've only had like credit stolen from me one time, and it was somebody took half my credit.
Really?
Yeah, but besides that, nah, not really. I mean, there's been times I haven't been paid for stuff. That happens, you know, for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
But well, actually, you know what? That's not true. There was one time, actually, one of the first records we did on Conception, which was a local label. That was the first stuff I ever did. 96.
Sharpshooters?
Yeah, Sharpshooters and all the groups was on Conception. There's this record we did by a guy named Eclipse. And an R&B artist just sampled my beat. Like, they just sampled the song.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you call him on it?
Oh yeah, it was like a remix. It was like a promo-only remix. I have the record somewhere.
Okay.
But I could probably go pull it out
Hey,
and play
you know,
it for
it's
you.
like if somebody's not ripping you off in one form, you're not really making
That made me think like, wow, this, you know, at that time I was like 19, and I was just doing it was strictly just for fun. You know, I hadn't been doing it very long, and that record kind of took off. That was the first record I had that people really liked. So
that must have been a good feeling.
Yeah, no, it made me think like, you know, I guess I'm in the right direction.